lyrics.
All right,
Yes.
so you both have projects coming. So for a future project, what would be like, I guess, the top of your bucket list feature for your
Oh,
album?
Oh man.
oh, gee.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Like you got that feature and you're like, all right, it's the last record I'm gonna drop.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
like it, dude. Oh my goodness.
Uh, well, as far as like vocals, I'd probably say like a verse from Big Boy would like
Mm.
seal my life. And then as
It's a
far as
rap.
like
It's a rap.
That's it.
yeah, and then like for like production, like I would say like anything from like the Dungeon Family would be
Man,
like
you real Atlanta.
yes.
You're
Yeah,
really
Yeah.
Atlanta.
man. Honestly, for me, because being from Virginia Beach, like I feel like if I ever got like a record produced or something with Pharrell,
Oh
I
man.
quit. I'm done.
Yo,
I'll,
I
Never
wrote
happened
this
again.
song.
I'll
You
say,
can have it. You just give it to him.
bro, I will
I'm out.
be your feature. He'll make a song for me, and I'll be like, no, put me on there as a feature.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that would be crazy because Pharrell has done a lot just in that community. Like he has a rec center there and a lot of different like organizations and things. So it's like
Yeah.
growing up around there, that would be the one, man.
All right. What about a tour, like a show? What would be like a dream lineup of a show?
mm,
Travis Scott. If I
I
go
thought,
on tour,
I thought you were gonna say Travis. I was like,
nah,
you can
that's
have
like
him any. You can have him anytime.
you're like, wait, what? Nah, man, Travis Scott for me, like that would be crazy because his shows are insane. So
Josh is going. It was like he's gonna be like
yeah, like the
Goody
wheels are
Mob,
turning.
Goody Mob with Outkast, and
Bro, like if we had like a show with like the Dreamville roster,
ooh,
that'd
like
be cool.
Jid and oh my gosh.
dude, that would be insane. We went to Dreamville Fest, like the inaugural one, and so
Yeah,
seeing everyone, that was mad inspiring, man.
that whole show was insane, man.
Yeah. It's like just a bunch of like hyper talented people just hanging out and making music.
Yeah.
Literally,
So like
that
what I
that
mean,
would
what
be
else could you possibly ask for or want?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like people that like you don't necessarily like just connect with musically, but you connect with them as like people too, like in real life,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
their
like their
beliefs.
personalities, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So now what about what was kind of a moment, if you've even feel like you've had it yet, where you're like, you know what, like I can do this. Like rap is gonna be my thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I feel like for me, I've had a couple because it's like for me, music has been kind of one of these where it's like there'll be
Yeah.
these really kind of like dope high moments, and then
Yeah.
there'll be times where it's like I'm going in the writer's block or whatever, and I'm feeling like,
That's how it
dang, what's
is.
going on? Then
Yeah.
something crazy happened. Like so, for example, I got to open for Andy Mineo a few months ago at Liberty University, and that like Andy also is one of my favorite artists. So like when I got that
Yeah.
news, I was what? And then the show went really well, and I was like, and hearing him just talk about it, like, yeah, you do, you got something there. So I was like, man, that's crazy.
So, I feel like for me, it's kind of the same. Like Cam said, it's kind of like a roller coaster. Like there's high highs and low lows.
Yeah.
I feel like what stands out to me the most is just the reactions I get from people who listen to my music and like how they say that my music helps them. I feel like that is what is confirmation for me to like
Mhm.
keep going.
Right. Like even getting that like one person, right? You're like, well, if I could affect or help
Yeah.
one person, and then
Hmm.
you get multiple people and you're like, whoa, I think I'm onto something.
Yeah.
Even when like, and I like you saying that makes me think like our last show on the tour, the Dallas show, the show we were in a bar, like the show was in a bar. It was straight up like the other side was a bar, and
Yeah.
the owner of the place, he's like they throw rock concerts and everything all the time.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
after the show, he was talking to us and he was like, there was something different about the atmosphere in this one. Like, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, God's
Yeah.
really using this, you know. So
Yeah.
that in itself is confirmation for me. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just the building, right? It's
Mhm.
what you're doing in that building
yeah.
is what counts for something. Well,
Mhm.
look at the show in Atlanta, the four indies only show.
Oh yeah.
For anybody,
Yo, we were in a
maybe
penthouse.
maybe I'll drop a link under this interview. We were in a penthouse in Atlanta, and like
You got it.
this
Right
place
there.
was this place was incredible. You guys remember the bathroom was like insane, had the craziest
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That
craziest
shit, it was like
shower,
a 60 shower. I was like, what?
overlooking like everything. No shower curtain either. So you got to be a certain type of person to be doing that. But but this
It's for
penthouse
married
was crazy.
only.
Yeah, and you guys like absolutely killed it.
So
Like
I
you guys were
appreciate
jumping around, screaming around, and then JT came and almost killed himself with his jump from like down the flight of stairs. Um,
It's like,
it.
what
I really
man?
think JT missed his calling to be like in a metal band, screaming his brains out. Um, but like all of you guys and like watching you with Senny and JT and just like all of your friends and like the great time that you guys are having and yay, I mean that was sick. So you guys definitely like I could imagine like just seeing that little snippet of your live show, like you guys really know how to put it on. So I could imagine like your actual tour package and experience like really impacts people just with your energy.
Dude, definitely
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
for me, I feel like performing and making music are kind of like two different art forms.
Yeah, it's
Like,
totally different.
Yeah.
it's a whole different experience for people listening to the music and then it translating live. So I feel like people kind of take that performance aspect of it for granted or take it lightly sometimes. And so
Mhm.
that's definitely something we take both aspects very seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
there's
fact.
definitely people who are good and at one and not the other. Like you might have someone who absolutely like their recordings are like pristine, amazing, and then they're trash live. Then you have some people who are like their music's kind of whack, but like when they're live, like their energy, their performance, it's like wow, like they're super entertaining. Like
Mhm.
I'll let it slide. I'll let the music slide because like they're a good performer.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of find that middle ground, that package, like
Mhm.
that whole package sort of deal. And like I think you guys have that. No cap. No cap. I think you guys got it.
So appreciate it.
So
Thank you,
yeah,
man.
I mean, is there anything specific that you guys look to do during a live show or like a gear that you switch in your head to kind of like, all right, it's game time. Like, let's go.
Josh, what do you do, man? Because like people have told both of us this, and I'll say this: like they told us that we like black out and like
Yeah.
I don't
That
really
that would
like.
be
Is
a
it
good.
something you do, bro? Is there anything like you actually do?
Um. Well, like before I perform, I always have to like pray and like breathe because I get like really bad anxiety before I go up. So like that's one thing I have to do. I have to just like talk to God, and I have to just like woosah for like a good 15 seconds. And then when I'm up there, it's like floating. And I'm just like, okay, here we
Mhm.
go.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my like routine is very similar. Like definitely, if I'm like for me, it's like I don't get nerves until maybe like 5 minutes before I'm supposed to go up. So if I'm like side stage or I know I'm next or something at a showcase, get one of these, start going, then it's the
Yeah.
same. Pray, thank God for the opportunity. Pray that what we do touches someone, and
Mhm.
then it's like as soon as I touch the mic or hit the stage, it just all goes away, and then
Yeah.
madness and
Don't you feel like this from my experience too, like you'll be super nervous and you'll be so scared. But then like when you go out there, like people are expecting something from you. Like
yeah,
so you're like, oh, I guess I gotta give it my best. So like that whole like that fear there, that anxiety goes away because you're like, oh, now people are counting on me. Like I have to do this.
Yeah.
And like anytime I've ever performed like with my band and stuff over the years, I've always had crazy stage fright. And then
yeah,
you walk up to the stage and you're like, all right, I got four other people here that are counting on me not to be awful and just turn into a puddle
Yeah.
on stage. So like, yeah, I think that's like a huge thing for a lot of artists too, is like
mhm,
just learning how to like harness that. All right, I'm super nervous now, but let me shut it off and then you can like throw up after your performance or something.
Like yeah, no, it's definitely like for me. I think it's just like the adrenaline, like just hits, and it's just immediate like switch.
Yeah, like it's kind of like riding a roller coaster. Like once you get to that part where you know you can't get off, it's like, oh, I guess we're doing it
Here
now.
we go.
It's like you look out and you're like, oh, all right, here's the drop.
Yeah.
And then that's when JT like comes down from the seat all the way down.
Oh my gosh.